Okay, so for start, everyone, we are okay. Hold on, let me change the screen. Right, everyone. So for a start, we are going to do a quick revision. I know I want to continue with mixed numbers, but it's a bit of a while since we have a bit of fun. So let's do a quick catch up on what we did previously. So this is to be our quick refresher, recap from what we did when we are in primary 3. Revise some of the maybe vocabulary words that we okay. Let's do individuals first. Let's go with the individuals first and let's try out a bit of recap for the vocabulary of fractions. Okay? Okay. Okay, shall I begin? Okay, who else is not helping yet? Can I start reviewing? Who is 160, 160? Okay. Okay, are we alright? Okay, okay. is an individual. Individual. Oh. Wow, okay. Shall we try again? Okay, try again, the same one, all right? Okay. Now, okay, for Rakshan to experience, okay, for Rakshan to experience, we will try it as a team, shall we? Okay. Oops. Okay, you can stand up and then get ready. First, you got the login first. Or you just type Quizlet.live, that's Quizlet.live. Okay, shall we? There's no need to scream, actually, everybody. No need to scream. Stay calm, calm down. Stay calm, everybody, stay calm. Stay calm, everyone, calm down. Are we ready? Okay. Are we all right? May we begin? Okay, shall I press start? Okay, can I have everyone move back to our seats, please? Congratulations. Okay, congratulations. All right, take a deep breath, everyone. Calm down, calm down. No need to shout, everyone. Okay, calm down, calm down. Okay, so, okay, I hope you had some fun. Was it okay? Were you okay? Yes, okay, take a deep breath, take a deep breath. Okay, now, okay, so within the flashcards, you'll see some of the revision of some of the vocabulary terms, okay, like unit fraction, halves, numerator, thirds, quarters, fourths, eighths, denominator, and so on and so forth. Now, could I ask you to please cover your iPad now and put the iPad underneath your table? Okay, we will continue with the iPad activity afterwards. Okay, so let's move on from the Quizlet to something else. Then we have the iPad underneath the table. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so I will factor in time for iPad activity again later. So if you were to look at, to remind you as well, so let's take a quick look at our Qubits login, okay? And I've just posted up a new assignment on Qubits. So yes, on fraction. Oh, you already saw, very good, some of you. Ah, well done. So okay, so anyway, we started off with fractions last Friday, okay, and then we did the journal task, and then I refreshed a little bit of what we did when we were primary 2 and then primary 3, like fractions, unit fractions, and equivalent fractions. Okay, and we'll be looking at more of these things when we go through the topic now. And then on equivalent fraction, we look at the different levels at primary 2, 3, and 4. What are the different learning outcomes? So at primary 4, we say, okay, there are new things now. There's a new term called mixed fractions. And there's also a new term called improper fractions that we need to understand. We need to learn how to convert between the two different types of fractions. And we started off with the polo bar activity. Right? Remember the polo bar activity? So, and then there was a journal task on the drawing of real life examples of mixed numbers. And then I also put there Qubits daily challenge and fractions revision. So this one is up already. I put it on Sunday night and posted it for you to try on Monday onwards. So your fractions revision for Qubits is up there for P3. You can try. Now, along sometime this week, I will also put up the SLS P3 fractions revision package. So if you cannot remember fractions from primary 3, I will put it up on SLS. You can revisit the learning for primary 3 fractions. Okay? Can? So let's take a look at it. So we have our 4E logins. Okay. So you can see I have my assignments here. Okay. Adrian finished already. Wow, very fast. Never mind. It's okay. You have some time to try it out. Okay. It's okay. Okay. Some of us also haven't done the revision for the other topics. Okay, let's take a look at our login for our class 4E for this week. Okay, so Monday, Adriel, Alicia, Kevin, Ethan, Yutong, Minghao, Ayla, Charlotte, Edmund. Oh, Rachel has 3. Every day, very good, Rachel. So proud of you. Yeah. Okay, and then on Saturday, oh, Minghao, Paha, Lisha. You see, Rachel really every day. Well done. Good job. Yeah, you beat Kellen at being the Qubit hero, is it? Helen, you need to keep up the login, you know. If not, Rachel will overtake you, you know, as the 2-bit hero. Okay, so those of you, I call out your names later, you'll get the stamps from me. Okay, yes. And do keep up with the logins and the daily revision, it helps a lot. Okay, so I want to share with you. So we have a math journal, and then that was the homework. We have the journal task. So to share with Rakshan what we do with our journal. Okay, so just now I was walking around with my phone. Some of you were captured already. So this is everybody has our journal. Okay, when we design it differently. You can buy this exercise book from the bookshop. Okay, all right, and we decorate it with our designs. Okay, and what exactly do we do with the book? It's a journaling book. So it's not a mental sum book or test book, but it's a journaling book. So we do different journaling tasks. One of the top things we do is brain gym. Okay, and we take notes. For example, Charlotte's here, she has the secret number activity here. And then she also has the secret number game. And then she also did the reflection that time on the place value cards, C, right? And then rounding. So here's a tips for rounding. And then you move on, you can see, okay, finding factors and multiples. So these are on factors and some working examples, factors, and then find common factors, find multiples, and then you see as you go on some of the questions. So actually, really, when it comes to like end of the year or mid-year, so this year there's a mid-year exam for you, SA2, SA1 and SA2, and mid-year exam paper and an end-of-year exam paper. When you're about to do it, you just flip through your book here instead of flipping through the very thick textbook, and then the night before and say, I want to revise on maths. I flip through all my textbook book. That will be a bit too late already. Okay, if you want to start your revision. But this will be a good book for revision, the journal book. Okay. So over here, yes, this one is Charlotte. She wrote here for symmetry. So her CR for symmetry. Okay. Talking about how the shape is repeated, unfold, shows up on the other side, because when we are drawing on it, we drew half, the paper is folded, we cut into the sides, that's why it's repeated. And then you see some of our friends, I think Ming Hao drew, and is this Ming Hao? Oh, this Ming Hao, yes, correct. So he drew an example, what Charlotte is saying. So different kind of journaling tasks that we are doing. Okay, so let's take a look at the latest question. The latest question was real life examples of fractions, mixed numbers, sorry. Real life examples of mixed numbers. We see this is Shalini. So this is a journaling task. So last week we did with the polo bun. I show you the chocolate and drinking water. So she draw this with pizza. Okay, may not sure whether this is really 1/5, and this one doesn't look really like 1/4. But you get the idea that she can see that there are wholes and there are parts. So in mixed number, we are essentially talking about you have a whole number part and then a mixed number part. So you can see it's 4 1/3, 3 1/2, 2 2/5, and 1 2/4. Okay, so this pizza, Shalini's. Who's this? This is Aiden. Aiden drew 2 1/2 ice cream and 2 cakes, 2 full cakes. But this half ice cream a bit odd lah. Does it really meaningful? You say 2 1/2 ice cream. Really got uncle sell ice cream like that one and then you eat ice cream, you eat like that one you eat this way. But you get the idea, it's half. You can tell that it's half. Okay, but so it's cool. You have maybe you share with your brother, right? Eat half ice cream, the 2 1/2 ice cream. This one is Haoran. So Haoran drew 2 1/2 cups of water, and this one the paper. Oh, interesting. He drew one slit of paper, and then the another one is 2/3 size. Not very sure, but it looks like it's indeed 1 2/3. I will say, Haran, you're very smart. You know that Miss Ling next activity is got to do with this. You are very right. So our next activity is got to do with these strips of paper, because after learning about this, we are moving on to the model method. Modeling on the number line is important. So this is the next activity we'll be doing after that. Strips of paper. Oh wow, this one very pretty. Okay. Future cafe owner. I think this one. Yes. Future cafe owner. This is who? Leisure. So it shows you 2 1/2. Okay, but half is just a part of it, I think. Show you how you split into half. Okay, 2 1/2. And then the chocolate here, I think this is a very good example. She has 2 holes of the chocolate, and she really cut this into 9 pieces, and she shaped 4 of them. So it's 2 holes, and then she draw the equation also. Very good. Particularly like the equation, you can see that the whole number is written bigger. 2 4/9. Muffin, she took a bite of the muffin, 3 holes and 1/4. Okay, and then we have what other examples we have? This one. Who is this? Zahir. So you draw the water example. Okay, 2 1/2 liters. So 2 liters in this container, 1/2 liter in this container, add together will be 2 1/2 liters. Okay, forgot the units are here. The units here, okay? Must include the units. And then 1 plus 1/2 give you 2 holes. Okay, that's a great idea. This one, 1 and a 1 hole and a 1 hole and a 3/4 with a missing 1/4 here, 2 3/4. So very good drawing here. Okay, so this is great. Let's take a quick look then before we go on to our next activity. So the pages that I was talking about in our workbook. So Raksha, you can hold on to this first. I will be going through, even though yours is marked already, we'll still be looking at it, okay? So Raksha has his completed already, okay? So it's okay, I will still be going through, and then we can still look at it. And a quick look again at my slides here is a quick recap again. So essentially, we are looking at mixed numbers now. It's called mixed number. Like, why exactly it's called mixed? It's because you have a whole number part and then a fractional part. So if you were to look at the ruler, okay, I'll give you an example of a ruler. If you were to look at this ruler here, I show you my ruler here. In the ideas of talking about, let's say, measurement, I'm holding a centimeter ruler here. Okay? I have 0 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 5 centimeter, 6 centimeter. Agree? And then you see this little tiny lines in between. So now we are going to the ideas that, hey, I have a whole centimeter, and hey, I can cut the whole centimeter into smaller parts. But what do I call these smaller parts then? They are milliliters. Millimeters, very good. So millimeters are like these little divisions. They are the smaller parts of a whole. They're smaller units of a whole centimeter. Fractional parts. And come term 3, we'll be learning a completely new idea, which are called decimals. If you have heard about it, do you know decimals? Like 10 cents, 40 cents, you don't get a whole dollar, you get a part of some bit of a dollar, right? Don't get a whole dollar, it's just a bit of a dollar. So these are ideas. So we are no longer looking at whole numbers, we are looking at in between whole numbers, what do you have? Now, starting off with mixed numbers essentially mean I have a whole number part and I mix it up with a fractional part. So I have a whole number, I put a fraction together with it, mix it up, I get what you call mixed number. So in this case, I'm looking at this fraction, this mixed number, it has a whole of 1, as well as a fractional part of 3/8. I give you some time to find the worksheet now. Some of you already had it on the table. Some of you already tried, that's very good. Good. I see you later tried out, but Taylor also tried out. Okay, so I have a whole number part and I also have a fraction part. So this is called 1 whole and 3/8 of the whole. So I will call it 1 and 3/8. So this is 1 whole and 3/8. In English, I will say it this way: 1 and 3/8. So I get 1 whole circle. These already cut into 8s already. Each piece is 1/8. I want 3 of the 1/8. So I'm looking at unit fraction here. They are all cut up in 8s. I would like to have 3 of the 8s. Any 3? I have 2 wholes. You'll notice that I write 2 bigger, the whole number bigger, and the fraction smaller. So I have 2 of the wholes. So I've got 1 whole, I have another 1 whole, and then I have 2/3. Yes, you can. If you like to use color pencil. I'm not too fond of color pencils because it's very hard to erase if you make a mistake. You can use pencil color. But do not use a highlighter, do not use pen, because those are you can't erase at all. And then if you make a mistake, it's really big trouble. Okay, so use your pencil to shade or color pencil. Color pencil not so bad, at least you erase hard enough, you may be able to erase it. So we are looking at, I cut up the triangle into thirds. It's in the book, 4A. Do you have the 4A workbook in your bag? No? Where is your 4A workbook? At home. That's why you don't have it. And how? Would you like to check the cupboards? Can you help me to check the cupboards if anybody's 4A workbook is extending inside? Now, this is in your 4A workbook. Okay, if you really don't have your work first, let's don't move on yet. If you really don't have your work now, that means you really have to go back to school. Okay? Right, moving on. Yes. It's okay, never mind. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the workbook. Okay, you try it at home. Please bring your workbook tomorrow. And Rahul, you hear me? Free tomorrow. All right. Okay, moving on So looking at the keywords, you have to pick up the keywords. Here says, write the mixed number shown by the shaded parts of the diagram. We'll be very familiar. The reason why I did the Quizlet as the first activity, because it's got to do with the vocabulary. We are learning maths using English language. So we need to be able to speak it properly. So shaded parts of the diagrams, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 diagrams. You need to learn. You need to borrow one? No? Mixed number, that means you want this one, is the answer is the mixed number. What is this? 3 and 3/4. So you've got 3 shaded plus another 3/4. Each of these parts is 1/4. Is this okay? Is this difficult? No? Okay, very good. Is the next one all right? So I'm looking at the whole number part plus a fraction part. To get me what you call a mixed number. Now, mixed numbers are closely related to improper fractions, which we will be learning in the short while. Okay, moving on. So this is page 89. Page 90, are you able to try it on your own? I'm circling it now. Finish already, very good. And then we have page 91 now. So we have page 90. I think page 90 should be fine for you. You give it a try. You're confident to do it. So you look at the whole numbers and then look at the whole number and the fractional parts after that and see which one gives you the correct mixed number. For this one. Okay, I'm looking at page 91. I'm looking at page 91 now, and this is level 2, page 91. Let's take a look at the first one. Now, mixed numbers and fractions are very closely used in daily life. Just now, our friend showed us a few examples. Let's take a look at this one here. I have 1 whole liter, 2 whole liters, 3 whole liters. Don't be so free and want to copy. And then I plus, so I've got 1 whole liter, 1 whole liter. Do I have the 1 whole liter here? No. I don't have a 1 whole liter, so this is a fraction part. So how do I know what is the fraction here? So 1 whole is divided into how many parts here, if I look at it this way? Count the parts, not the lines. How many parts are there? Spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spaces. Count the spaces, not the lines. How many spaces is it covered? Shaded with water? 7. So we've got 7/10 of a liter. So I add up the 7/10 of the liter. Altogether, I will get 3 liters and 3 and 7/10 liters. Make sure you have your units. 3 and 7/10 liters. Is this okay? Is this okay? Now, about the next one? I've got 1 whole liter, 2 whole liter, 3 whole liter, 4 whole liter, and 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, 4 liter, and 5 liters. And then this is the fraction part. If I were to say, oops, looking at the 1 liter now, the whole liter can be divided into how many parts? 5 parts. Very good. How do you know 5 parts? Count the spaces for the liter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces. So looking at this extra bit, the orange bit, we have 3 out of 5 spaces. So you have 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liter, 4 liter, 5 liter, 5 and 3/5 liters. Is this okay? It is okay? So this one's slightly more challenging. You really need to know how to count the spaces on the beakers. Now, you got to be very careful. These kind of questions can really be challenging. This is for liters. The same can happen for other units of measurement, such as centimeters, meters, as well as kilograms. So the clue here will be count the spaces, not the lines. Okay, we have the next challenge. The next challenge was actually to do fractions on number lines, like this. Okay, so just as I said, see, I just said that it can happen for units of measurement. So the unit of measurement, here is liters. So other units of measurements, we have pies, we have chocolate bars, then we have kilograms as unit of measurements. And then we have centimeters as unit of measurements. So can you tell me 1 kilogram is how many parts? How many parts? Excuse me. Hold on, tell me. 1 kilogram, how many parts? This is page 92. One kilogram, how many parts? We're talking about mixed numbers and fractions now, so it's a lot more challenging than previously. We are looking no longer at unit of measurements in terms of grams. So we are looking at fractions. So if I were to call 1 kilogram as 1 whole, how can I express into spaces? How many spaces do I make up 1 kilogram? 10 spaces. So 1 kilogram will be 10 out of 10 spaces. So I've got 2 kilograms here. This is where the marking is. I have 2 kilograms and an extra bit of how many spaces? How many? 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3. 3/10 of kilograms. Is it okay? Is this okay? How about this one? 3 and So count the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 10 spaces in terms of kilograms. Is that okay? We'll try this on your own. So tomorrow we have a hands-on activity to do, okay? We are doing some cutting and pasting, okay? Let's just do a quick check on the homework pages again. So I'd like you to try 89 completed, 90, 91, 92. Is that okay? Okay. Now, if you're already done, that's cool. Do not move on to the next one yet because tomorrow we want to do a hands-on activity first, okay? We are doing some cutting and pasting. Are we clear with our task for today? Are we okay with our task for today, everyone? 89 to 92. Is that right? Now, the last question I have for you before recess. Last question I have for you. Okay. Now, so far we are looking at this, all these mixed numbers. Last question I have for you is this. Okay, just now I talked about some of the examples. Does 1.5 water bottle sounds right? Is it meaningful? Not really, right? Do you really bring half a water bottle out? You don't, right? So it's really weird you have a half a water bottle. Unless you're chopping the water bottle out to be to reuse as a container for planting some plants, maybe, upcycling, But to really have 1.5 water bottle doesn't sound very right. But can I say I have a 1.5 water bottle filled with water? Yes, right? Sounds right. Sounds about right. How about 1.5 apples? How about 1.5 apples? Possible? Yeah? So 1.5 apples sounds all right, thereabout. How about 1.5 boys? Can we have 1.5 boys? Doesn't make sense, right? How about 1.5 meters? Yes, cool. Okay, right? So half meter. What do you think half a meter is? What do you think half a meter actually is? 50 centimeters. Very good. What about half kilogram then? 500 grams. Well done. Very good. So, how about 1/4 of a meter then? 25 centimeters. Excellent. Okay, so there's some thinking points. Now, before we go for recess, so we have completed our task today. Tomorrow hands-on activity is this. I'll show you first. So with Howran's ideas, and I'm going to put in what we are going to do. We need to fix the strips of model quadrant. We are going to fix the strips of paper onto number lines. Okay, so that is our tomorrow's activity. A bit similar to the polo band, but the polo band doesn't really need us to be really accurate because we are getting an idea of how is it like. Tomorrow's activity will need us to be accurate because now we're really understanding where can I find these mixed numbers on number lines. Okay, so that is tomorrow's activity. Now when we go for recess, we have the iPads, right? So you have two options. First one is go to your Qubits and log in and try out your fraction assignment and complete your assignments. Okay. The other one is I have a Kahoots prepared. So if you want to have your iPad recess, you grab your things, your food, snack, and come back up here. Okay. No noodles, please, in the classroom. Understand? Okay, if you don't want to have your iPad recess, please return the iPad underneath a table at the cabinet. Who needs to stand, Ma? Come here, I stand for you. Yes.
here already.
Where? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
How
many?
So one.
Okay.
How come it's so fast?
Yeah, you ask Rachel how come he can have so many.
Rachel, how come Owen can have so many so fast?
Rachel has a lot, so how come Rachel has so many? Because
Rachel,
every
how
day
come
he
you
log
have
into Qubits, right? How many? Yeah. Huh?
Only got three. Can play math playground.
How many? Okay. You wanna others do the wrong thing, you also want to do the wrong thing. Helen. Will not be long. Very soon you'll be announced. I'm also looking forward that the day that we can have recess play will happen soon. But don't do it before the room starts. Can you help me to put the paper up on the table, please? Okay, so those of you who would like to try out the Qubits, I will. Why? You can try other Kahoots or the Qubits, okay? Okay, wait for it to look. Yes. Yes. Try this first. This one is equivalent. Okay. You can't quite have team mode now. There's just a few of us now. So how to do team? Why is it a bit slow today?